Okay, day 41, your judicial report. You can see that there's a few press here waiting for potentially Michael Flynn. There's rumors swirling that Michael Flynn may show up in court today, as well as other people such as maybe Carter Page or other people that were involved in the Mueller investigation. I was researching the Larry Klayman case. I had heard that he had filed on Mueller. It turned out that it was an older case. But I saw a couple of cases between Larry Klayman and Judicial Watch, one from 2006, one from this year, 2017. Basically, the claim is still the same. Larry says, I started the company from a volunteer office to a $28 million operation in 2008, and Tom Fitton said he was in the severance agreement, bring somebody else in, and he still controls Judicial Watch 11 years later. It was interesting, some of the stuff you find. I did look at all my cases for updates, didn't really see any. There was an interesting ACLU case, which is ACLU versus Mattis, being the Secretary of Defense. He currently has a person that's been held since mid-September in Iraq. It was a U.S. combatant supposedly fighting for Syria, or excuse me, fighting for ISIS in Syria, that was turned over to the Secretary of Defense, and he's been held in habeas corpus. Without writ of habeas corpus, the ACLU has requested that, and they have not received it, which is unusual 2 months in, that you don't have a right to an attorney, right to defend yourself, right to representation. This is an interesting case because this, normally when you hold on to a person this long, they have something. They have something in terms of intelligence, or there's got to be an intelligence value to why they would be holding somebody over 2.5 months without a writ of habeas corpus. Of course, the last person that I remember being accused of suspending the writ of habeas corpus was Lincoln, or ignoring it anyway, in Maryland when he took over the legislature in Maryland. But I was informed by the attorney that no, it happened in World War II, right after Pearl Harbor, and it happened right around the time of after the Civil War, briefly, very briefly after the Civil War, during occupation.